I said, please speak my language. You smile, give me a Benjamin sandwich. He said, I come from a land down under, where people flow and mentioner. Can you hear the thunder? You better run, you better take cover. Yeah. Can you hear the thunder? You better run, you better take cover.
Hi, and welcome to the Magic Carpet Ride, where we are bullish AF on PulseChain. Thank you, DJ Creditus, for that amazing mix.
Creditus. I was moving here. I wanted more. I was ready to start my Friday.
Fire. Absolute fire. Sammy, Georgia, ladies, thanks for being here.
What's up?
Good to see ya. Good to see ya. We got some bullish news to go through today, and I'm excited. My Twitter page, I retweeted all this stuff, so I have it all lined up. And it's things are getting crazy on PulseChain, and I was like, oh, this is crazy. It's like every day there's like bullish sentiment after bullish sentiment, and I was just like, oh, we got to stream this. There's so much news going on.
Absolutely, a lot of projects coming to PulseChain, and they are good ones. So I think the word is going to spread. It's like word of mouth PR. We have a lot of other communities coming to PulseChain. I think the most important thing is to have inter communities work together to promote, blockchain technology and everything. Hello, how are you? Good morning.
Morning, Hex Enthusiast. We showed each other the Lambos that we're going to buy. And Hex Enthusiast has some interesting color choices, which I support your color choices, Hex Enthusiast. I went for royal red yesterday, was my color choice overall in the chat with Does a Stream. And I'm thinking, I don't want to just lock myself into that color, guys. So just don't be thinking that's like my definite color, but it's in there. Bang, bang. Vets in Crypto. Good to see ya. Drix, Dingo Wolf, Bill. How y'all doing? Maddie Allen in the house. Maddie Allen. I mean, yeah.
Maddie Allen. Well, that's a big responsibility. When Maddie comes in, I'm like, I need to be good. I need to be good.
I'm
like praying every time. I'm hiding from him with all the crazy things that I do. I want to be on the next conference. So
I have prayed about PulseChain, and I put it out there, the universe. I was like, this is going to be happening, guys. I'm committed to this. This is going to be a great stream, guys. And I think we'll get straight into some bullish sentiment. So I want you guys maybe to kick it off, like your thoughts. How you been feeling in this last month?
Yeah, much better than I was a few months ago. I'm getting super bullish. Did you see Katie's tweet? She said,
I've been keeping up. She's been on fire.
Oh, she has. PulseChain has hit an all-time high of daily active wallets on the network. The only day to have a high all-time high was directly at launch. So that is really bullish news, considering we're still on the way up, and things are only going to get better from here, and we're already cooking.
Every time that someone tells, something different and is not so positive, I just tune into KDP, and it's amazing. Great job, girl. Great job. And we also heard that she's changing jobs. She's doing something different. So
she's moving house, and she's still keeping up. And fire post after fire post. Like, there's been a few people that have posted around this sentiment, including Katie, and I've got another one of her tweets lined up to go, but we'll go through we'll go through this one. This one just happens to be from Access, but I noted that Hexagon Hill, Katie, and Access did a really good tweet along the same lines about adoption. So just some stats about adoption, guys. So we continue to break all-time highs with active daily wallets. So almost 1 million single transactions in a single day. So 1 million single transactions like in a single day. So that's incredible. We're just about to break through on that. We're about to pass 800,000 wallets, like active wallets, 800,000. And in a single day, we've had up to about 41,000 active wallets. So,
and I guarantee you that, you know what, that's a lot more than the other chains are bringing in, the activities, I mean. I imagine, I don't know numbers, but we need you, KDP. Come here, give us the stats.
Yeah, exactly.
I know there are more. That's all I know, and that's all I care.
Yeah, so this is it's pretty important because if you go to gopulse.com, they've got this question. It's like, is PulseChain inflationary or disinflationary? Well, inflationary or my brain's not working. Anyway, PulseChain is disinflationary, which means it's inflationary, but it gets less and less. The inflation gets less and less over time. So as the volumes and transactions build up, the gas fee that you're sending in Pulse, a little bit of it's getting burnt, right? So we're burning about 30,000 Pulse a minute. And this is good news for us because PulseChain was designed to be less inflationary than Ethereum. So as our volume builds and builds and builds, we can expect that our inflation will decrease over time. And the inflation as it stands is incredibly small already, but I'm just saying it'll get smaller. And yeah, so that's the first bit of news that I wanted to share with you guys stats wise. Is there any other points you guys want to kick off with before we go through some of the other stats I got lined up?
We'll follow your lead.
All right.
Another good point to make, and Somi made this, and your friend Somi, you're amazing also. The Aussies are bringing it home. You know, he did say, you know, you can copy all these chains, you know, but you can't copy a community. You can't just copy paste it, and that's, you know, one thing that we've got, that you'll go through all the chains and you won't see all the streamers. We've got all the promoting. We've got all the community gatherings that we've got, and you can't just copy that, and you can't make it overnight. It happens over years. So well done to everyone, and it's, you know, it's been an amazing effort, an amazing journey, and I can't wait for the future.
First was the Germans, now it's the Aussies, guys. We're taking they're kicking our butts. Americans, people step up, because I cannot hold the fort too long.
I know people say, what is it like living in Australia? And I tell everyone it's the best place in the world. Like the fresh produce, people, like it's a beautiful, and the landscape's so varied. Like, you know, you got tropical like paradise around Sammy's area, but in my area, even my area in itself is so diverse. Like we got the wineries down south, we got like the camel rides up north, and then as you head into centre Australia, you get Ayers Rock, which is a beautiful spiritual place everyone should go to and walk around.
In which area are the spiders?
Spiders, funnelwebs are New South Wales, so there's no deadly spiders in Western Australia, so you're safe.
Yeah, and you have bloody koalas sharks too. Koalas and kangaroos. Who could ask for more? You know,
are there a lot of kangaroos in my area? You know,
what have you got, Sammy? You got box jellyfish.
Yeah, box jellyfish.
You got
a lot of kangaroos. Wombats.
Do you get a lot of irukandji stings around where you are?
Not where I am, Claz. That's up north. That's in Cairns, and you'll see signs when you go. They're all netted off beaches, but the locals say they say that, but you can still get stung. So it's like really a lot of bullshit. You just got to really care. Well, they can kill you. They only like this big, and they can kill you.
Yeah, I read all about it, but it's like I never come into contact with like Western.
You got to go to Cairns. You love Cairns. It's beautiful up there.
Yeah. Oh, I would love to. That'd be amazing. All right, guys, let's keep cracking. We're gonna head up to the top of my Twitter because I got it lined up here. If you're not following my Twitter, go ahead.
Look at that.
Go ahead. Like, check out this purple bull. Like, boom. Woo. Like lightning and stuff. Like, come on. This thumbnail. This is so cute. Oh my god.
Cute.
I stole it from
only because it was like, if I'm competing with Sammy and with April, I'm not complaining. Any of you guys could take Richard. I'll be the third wife.
I got some funny questions on Twitter, and they were like, people were like, wife swap, and they took it very literally. I was like, guys, I have no idea if he's married or not. There's no actual wife swapping. I'm swapping the face in this.
That would be for my show. That would be for the Lighthouse at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
There was
Saturday.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Lighthouse.
We talk about
you
all
guys
that.
Gotta tune in. Like Lighthouse is great vibes, guys, and I enjoy like listening in and participating there. So yeah, I have no inside word on Richard's personal life. Not here to comment on that, but I'm here to make some memes. And this one I stole from Dozer. Thanks, Dozer. I noted he had it in his little meme folder. I was like, why the hell aren't you using this meme? He's like, oh, because I'm going to have to Photoshop it and I don't have time. And I was like, oh, whatever. Okay. Snooze, you lose. So I stole it. And I love it. And what I was going to do, Sammy, and I will do this when I have time, is to make an actual video, but you'll be starring in the video. So anyway, watch out for that later today. I'm actually
awesome.
You can make me the monkey. I don't mind. I'm going
to be the genie.
Monkey. I'll be Aladdin's monkey.
I'll be the genie because I get to grant wishes, which I think is like so sweet.
That'll be fun.
And so yeah, I'm actually excited about making that meme video, which is like one of my major goals this afternoon. So yeah, that was not the bullish thing, guys, but we're winding up to it. Okay. So now I put this call out because so PulseChain is designed to be the better Ethereum. So it's already faster and cheaper. Like there's the gas fees on PulseChain are really negligible. So if you wanted to release 1,000-piece NFT collection, it's not going to cost you much at all. And yeah, the gas fees are just incredibly cheap. Like Ethereum's just becoming unusable, which is why PulseChain was made. And I wanted to do some comparisons. And there's a person called High Altitude Investing that made this post basically comparing the ETH chart to the Pulse chart. And they're looking incredibly similar, guys. And we all know that ETH did very well in its first cycle. And so PulseChain is a fork of Ethereum. It's a layer 1 fork. So I wanted to go through some stats of other layer 1 forks and how did they go in their first cycle, so we can get a little taste of what may or may not be to come. And a few people answered the call, one being Dozer. Thanks, Doz. After I went to sleep, he answered the call there. And then this person here answered the call at Illuminate. Yeah, appreciate you, bro. And he actually posted a Somi tweet. And Somi has done like a few people have been thinking this way, right? Like Somi, we got the Rags here. We got Maddie here, and they've all done like a similar table. But I'm going to take Dozer because he's my man and I believe him. So I believe the other guys too, but I just feel like he may be more accurate. We'll see later. So Ethereum.
Just throwing you right under the bus. You know, either make it or break it.
If this chart is not accurate, like that's it, man. Like we're over. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. You will not find that funny at all. But I do.
Destroy class. Destroy. It was class, not me, neither Sammy. Class destroy your career.
All right, it's all hinging on this, Doz. So in its first cycle, Ethereum did. So day 1 closed all-time high in X's. 1,761. Oh my. Okay. We got Binance Smart Chain in its first cycle did 6,000x. Cardano 155x. Phantom 87x. Polygon 292x. Solana 400x. Avalanche. Doz. I'm not sure about you. You stuffed your Avalanche numbers. I'm pretty sure they're Doz. I'm not going to call out the Avalanche number, but that's impressive, guys. And I want to take you to this chart that is comparing Ethereum to PulseChain. Okay, so this comes from, we've got these new people, guys. This one's called High Altitude Investing. Give him a follow, everyone, because this is a banger post. So he's comparing the Ethereum chart to the PulseChain chart. And yeah, like I'm no trader guru, but you can see it looks pretty freaking similar.
I can even see the pictures, like find the differences. It's like what you see on those magazines. Find the difference. There's not much difference right there. It seems like the behavior is pretty much the same.
Yep. So go ahead, Georgia.
No, that's all I wanted to say.
So we're going into this. So we are here, right, in this chart around this area here. And it looks like there's some kind of head and shoulders that happen. And then there's this magic W. And I'm learning these little patterns from my new mate, hexagonhill.pls, who's invited on the show next stream, because he's just kind of new, right, guys? And he's just doing these banger posts.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday. This week is his birthday.
Happy
So
birthday.
happy birthday. He's having dinner today. That's why he couldn't be with us, but
pull him up in
he'll be
lights
here in the future.
There he is, and his beautiful fiance. He couldn't come on because he's going to dinner with his wonderful fiance.
Aww.
And just the graphics on fire here. Give him a follow. Very nice tweets coming out of this guy. So if we zoom in on that area I was just talking about, we're coming up to PLS. We're about here. Some kind of weird W pattern, which basically, guys, just means that we're just about to break out there. So we are, just so that people can know where we are in the cycle, we're before the halving. So April is the halving. And for me, like, I felt like the best time to DCA was before January, and I still believe that. However, if you get a position before the halving, like, you're doing pretty well.
Anytime is a good time because we are so new. We're like so low in price. It's a bargain, guys. Whatever it's going to happen in the next couple of months, I think 2025 will be the year for PulseChain and all of the Richard Hart projects, all the ecosystem, and also the projects within the PulseChain ecosystem. This is just a beginning. So anything that you get right now, it's a bargain, no matter what.
Absolutely. And I've been like really bullish, like with this Chinese New Year as well. Like it's just bring this extra feeling of like prosperity for me this year. And I've been doing a couple of tweets yesterday, which Grok helped me with, I'll confess. Grok's been like doing some good Chinese New Year tweets. And I think we should lean in on the Chinese investors, because we, and I'll have to talk to Maddie about this. Like, how do I do shorts and then convert them into different languages, into Mandarin? Because I feel like, we're on the precipice of this breakout, and I would like to give, other communities and other people need to.
You could use Google Translate.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, but we need what did you see what Matty Allen did with the conference? I think that's once he brings it out, it's going to be incredible. And also we have PulseChain Tour going now live on video. So you're going to be able to see each event through video. Imagine that, being able to see that live and in different languages. I was thinking about doing an live interpretation of the event for the community in Spanish. But if we have it in different languages, that is going to be incredible, because there's no many people who do crypto or PulseChain in like Korean, Japanese, Chinese, Portuguese. We don't have many members of the community. So I think it's going to be something absolutely incredible for us.
Absolutely. And so I'm going to look into that AI model that Maddie was using, maybe get a free trial and just bust out a whole heap of shorts. And I would encourage the community to do the same. I might do a little video on how to do it once I figure it out.
Do we know which program was that, class?
Not yet. And I'll have to look into subscription costs as well.
Maddie, if you're in the chat, if you can tell us what's the name of the program, that would be amazing. So if anyone watching is interesting, that will be incredible. I'm sure it's very expensive.
Yeah.
And you Maddie doesn't have corners. Well. You can put it on other platforms as well, where it's at.
Yeah, we need to have I want to have like Chinese subtitle like capabilities and stuff. I think I can turn them on the back end of but I think the community should be thinking this way. So if we want to, with Metcalfe's law, with adoption, a little bit goes a long way. I wrote down a stat somewhere on this page, but if I can find my own handwriting here. No, I can't. I'll find it later. But in essence, like, we need to, if you want to do 100x, 10x, 1000x, it really depends on your power of adoption and the networking effect. And we're a very good community and a strong community. We are a little bit echoey, and we need to break through the noise. And I think, we only have a select number of streamers. We were talking about this before the show. But we're strong streamers. Like, there may not be. There is actually, I think there's how many active streamers? Katie did a post with active streamers. I think it might be 170 active streamers, something like that.
Something like that. But there's so many women, and we need the women. We need, and you guys need to support the streamers.
But
you know what?
we've got a lot of more women than a lot of other communities. And
yes, absolutely.
Yeah, there's a heap of women in PulseChain, but not a heap of women streaming. And if we want to break through with our adoption, I think we need to start taking that pretty seriously. And we need to be able to cater to Asian markets. That might mean that we might have to be we might have to change the style of our show, like we become, I don't know, more in tune with anime, or give the people what they want. Like if they want us to dress up like anime, like Japanese anime or Chinese anime or whatever, I'll be an anime.
I agree. I'm a little bit shy, guys, but I have no issue with
you are a
little bit shy. You would know that. You would know that. I'm like the actors, I'm very shy, but when the lights go on and
I'm dressing up. I'll dress up.
I love dressing up.
It's a Hexina or a bloody Pikachu
or yes.
I honestly don't mind, like whatever's gonna help us to tune in to that. So if you guys in the chat have any suggestions how we can break through into the Asian market.
Did you see the stream? One of the streams that I did as a luchadora, like a wrestler. You didn't see that, didn't you? See me with a mask.
I would have loved that.
You see, I do so many things. I need to just start doing shorts because I am on Twitter all the time, 24/7. Sometimes I'm speaking, sometimes I'm listening because I have to learn as well. But guys, just be present. That's the most important thing. If you see someone that is streaming about Hex, you know what? Be there, be present.
Yeah, and guys, we got these .pls domains now. I'm not saying give me money, but I kind of like, for streamers in general, if you don't want to stream, but you want to be part of supporting a streamer, some of the streamers been streaming for 2 or 3 years through a bear market. Like, if you don't want to get on the stream, you got to support them in another way. Like, you got to be feeding them material, feeding them images, feeding them memes. You got to be feeding them, like DJ Creditors, what a freaking champion, like fed me this amazing mix. Like donate to their .pls, like give them suggestions about how to do their shorts for them, like, interpret their show into a different language. Like, come on, like help them out, because we have to break through. Everybody's sitting back and just waiting for like these amazing all-time highs without actually making it happen. You're living in a fucking deluded dream if you're not actually you're not making the steps.
And it's fun to be part of it.
It's freaking amazing. Like, I'm loving the dream. Like, don't get me wrong.
And you learn a lot from the others in the community. But Claz, I think with the Asian market, I think it's an excellent point that you've brought up. And I've actually made a TikTok and converted it into Asian like years ago about Hex, but didn't really get too much hit many likes. But tapping into their social media platforms, so they have their own type of like TikTok kind of things, right? But you got to know Chinese to actually get an account, because trying to actually get in there and like make an account is very difficult, because I've tried. But they have their own platforms. If we had someone that actually knows how to get in there, and create a follower account and could promote it in there, or targeted their platforms, that would be the way to go.
And reach out. Reach out to us.
Chinese Hexicans, like, if they might not be able to be public, but they could maybe just DM me if you're a Chinese Hexican, and like just give me like the instruction manual for what I need to do. I don't mind dressing up like an idiot. I'm ready.
Oh my God. You know what? I will turn off my camera and come here like a geisha, guys. So
whatever the Chinese do, I'm there.
Give me 5 minutes and I'll become the geisha of your dreams.
I'll have a Chinese interpreter next to me if I have to. Like, we're going to break through and we're going to make actionable steps. There has to be a community effort. It can't be like a few individuals. All right, let's go. I got a couple more bullish things to say, and we're going to go through some more tweets, guys. So Richard Hart, he's our favorite. Like, let's not kid ourselves. Like, founder of PulseChain, Hex, PulseX, Inc. What a freaking champ. Do you guys got any messages for Richo before we?
Valentine's has sent me "I love you," and
Aww.
Hi Richie, what's up?
Happy Valentine's Day, Richard, from all the Hexacana ladies, all the PulseChain ladies.
We hope
And
you
some of
had
the
an
men too.
incredible day. We hope you had an incredible day, Richard. And we're here to support you no matter what. With you, die, ride or die. Ride or die. Is that it? Ride of die.
Ride or die. Yep, that's
Yes.
it. Ride or
We're
die.
gonna
We got
hear.
flowers for you. We got virtual flowers coming your way here.
And you know
And we're
what?
gonna
Don't be, guys, one thing. Remember, every time, I know a lot of people get intimidated by the attacks or some of it's all valid. Everything is valid. Everybody has the right to believe in whatever they want to believe and promote and whatever. But I know the Hexican community, I'm one of them. They don't, not many attack me because I know that I'm going to go, full charge against or respond. But if you believe in Richard and PulseChain and all the projects and his idea and his vision from the beginning, there's no reason for you to back up because of other people. So if you believe from the beginning, if you have, if you put all your trust, move forward with the plan. The plan is not finished yet, it's just the beginning. So you need
Yep.
to be fair and give it a chance to all the projects, all the products to do what they're supposed to do. You can't say, you know what, it was not good, it was not successful, it's not going to do 10,000x or whatever x, because we're just starting. That's all you have to do. We have to be patient, please. And in the same way that you want other people like Richard to stand by what they said, you need to stand by what you said. You believed, at the beginning you were here supporting, do it till the end. So
Yeah, that's absolutely, Georgia. And I always think back to the really difficult goals I've had in the past. And I've never been disappointed when I've been truly persistent with something I believe in. And there's been times when I'm like, this could go either way, and the outcomes are polarizing. And still creating actionable steps, having your conviction. There's going to be times that get rocky. There have been times already that have been rocky. And I think after the last year or two, a lot of us are a lot stronger for it, and we're on the right path. But yeah, there's a trial coming. There's going to be posts that you'll love. There'll be posts that you hate. Those posts might be within 5 minutes of each other. You can't let your emotions are going to go up and down and all over the shop. But your button clicking should be less and less throughout this cycle. Like you should have.
yeah.
You should have learned to hold by the now and not be looking at every single shiny thing. Like yes, if you've got less than 5% of your wallet dedicated to those shiny things, like go nuts with that small amount. That's cool. That's actually fun. It's good for you. But like with your main stack, like keep your conviction, guys. Like
Exactly.
whatever RH coin you're into, like accumulate. And I was talking to Doz about this the other day. It's like we're fairly happy with what we've accumulated, but although the prices are going up, there's still time to accumulate more, and don't be too proud to accumulate a bit more, because your average buy might be lower, but if you think about what's coming ahead and the price action that you could potentially have coming ahead, and you can, then adding a little bit to your stack if you can is like, it's not financial advice, but that's what I'm going to be doing.
Just imagine, for example, a couple of months ago when the prices were like way lower than now, you would have double, or maybe triple your bags. Now, if you think about the future right now, 2 months, 3 months from now, you're not going to be able, you're going to have the same feeling that you have now if you feel like you didn't do enough. So if you have it, fine. If you can't, of course not. And you're absolutely right, Class. We have incredible projects within PulseChain who, yes, are not Richard's projects, but they're projects from members of the community who are incredible, talented. So if you want to support those projects like I do, I support HOA, the Tang Gang, I support the Good Day with Tom Peter Gillespie. I think there are a lot of projects like the good Gopher, the new project that they just came up with. Yes, you have it right. If it's your money, it's your money. Yeah, it's your money. I don't ask money. I don't ask you to give me money for my investments. So who are you to tell me what to do with them? right?
That's right. And I was talking to Evan about this. I did a stream with Evan for a couple of hours. If you look on my Twitter page, you'll find the stream. And it was really nice to be just able to talk freely about like strategies in general. And I was talking about the tiered approach, and basically at your core, you've got your main, token or coin that's your conviction coin. There might be one or two coins in there. And then you've got another outer layer, which is like your secondary projects that eventually do plan on putting into your core. And then on the very outside, it might be like new technology, innovation, and like meme coins and wallets and funsies and things like that. And eventually for me, everything is kind of building eventually into the center. But you also do need those outer layers because like mentally they keep you fresh. They keep you looking ahead in different cycles, and they can help you advance your position and your main goals as well. And we have like incredible applications that were built on PulseChain. People that are new to PulseChain always have the comment, "Oh, there's nothing." Johnny Chaos in the chat. Oh, we see you. You want to come on? I can put a link in here, Johnny. So yeah, I mean, everyone that's new to PulseChain, they have this comment and they're like, "Oh, there's nothing on PulseChain." It's like, actually there is. You just don't know what it is. And we have these amazing, very large ecosystems that have built onto PulseChain. For example, like Buck, the Fux Fiat ecosystem, massive. Hedron Icosa ecosystem, Power City, Liquid Loans. These are our major applications that are built to like support PulseChain. And we have our major meme coins. Like for me in Georgia, we're going to back like HOA for our meme. Sammy, I don't know if you're in the teddy bear.
And good day. Good day. Good day is good. No financial advice, but I love good day. And I'll tell you why.
Like I'm Australian, so it would be un-Australian for me not to love G'day, and I will disclose.
You know what, guys? We have one of the most brilliant producers, directors who has done two incredible, the fake influencer and the time, I can't remember, Hexicans, the time something. You know what I'm talking about. Tom Peter Gillespie. He's an incredible way for us to promote our projects. So you know what? I will pay more attention to everything that Tom is doing from now on because he is incredible, talented person. You need to look and support because he does it with humor, but he goes straight for the point that he wants to make. We have
funny.
He's
if anyone hasn't seen the documentary, like just have a look. It's one of the links on his Twitter page. You've got to watch his documentary. It's so funny. Like I'm going to watch it again maybe later today with a few drinks because it honestly the first time I watched it, I laughed so hard. And I don't find comedians funny. Like in general, I have this thing where I'm like, I'm not going to find them funny. And then I talk myself out of it and think too much. But Tom is just like, he's
like Steve Martin. There's
something about his humor. Like it's so funny.
He's a dark, dry humor. And there's a lot of humor hidden that you have to watch the documentaries over and over and over in order to understand or to catch. He's so brilliant in that sense. So we have
he wears that red robe, which is just like so funny.
And the bow tie. Wear it. I don't know if you guys saw the Valentine's message that he sent.
To do a message for the community in the robe, but he was too shy that day. I'm like,
sexy.
Sexy. All right, so we are going to talk about Richard Hart products now, and I'm going to talk about this banger tweet that he did. Here we go. So the fact, guys, sometimes I don't verbalize things and I really should. The fact that Richard Hart is talking about his charts is incredibly bullish. So this is like a little taste of what's coming from Richo, I think, like no expectations. But if he's talking about his charts, like that is an extremely bullish sign. The fact that the OA wallets are buying and are keeping, on top of what's happening with the charts as well, very bullish. So look at the charts. Richard Hart is the giving tree of cryptocurrency. Hex, PulseX, Pulse, and Inc. were given away for free. Hex did a 10,000x in price before staking. PulseChain raised $27 million for medical research. PulseX only becomes more rare. Coins burnt every day. Richard released 2 books for you for free. Hex, PulseX, Pulse, and Inc. are also all open source. All these tickers were once worth literally nothing. Now their market caps total in billions. PulseChain is saving the environment too. It's amazing all the way around. and then he's hashtagged Ethereum there, i.e. Ethereum, we are better than you. So PulseChain was designed to be a better Ethereum. It's already faster and cheaper, and as the Ethereum gas fees skyrocket, people will be they will need PulseChain more.
Yeah,
and it's an amazing, it's absolutely amazing. I just can't tell people how bullish I am about PLS in particular. And I really feel the writing is on the wall for PLS to absolutely. We've got these influencers, very large scale influencers that are the way that the large scale influencers work is they wait for the price to have already be going absolute gangbusters before they all talk about it, which is unethical. But we in the community, we know that the writing is on the wall. Like we can see, and Richard here is posting and telling people, look at the chart. Like you can see this setup, guys. And he's doing this because he's benevolent. He's not waiting until after it skyrockets to go, haha, we skyrocketed. I told you so. He's going, look at the setup. I'm telling you, look at the setup.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I love it when Richie tweets. It means that, you know, he's showing that he's boasting about his stuff for a reason, you know, because when shit gets real, Richie will always be the one coming back saying, haha, nah.
He will also dunk on people, no doubt. But the fact that, like, in real time, he, you know, he's trying to spread the word. Like, he's like, come on, guys. Like he can't be more clear. Like Hex, despite gatekeeping, and despite, you know, not getting on all the major exchanges and not being listed properly for years and years,
and
look
still
what
not.
Like, no, it's still not. Like with gatekeeping, look how well we do. Like if one
and
day
a pandemic.
Yeah. And a pandemic. Like imagine if we're not gate kept. Like, oh God. Like we'll need our own little personal bodyguards. Anyway.
There's no way that, you know what, the most difficult thing that probably Richard had to do is be silent. So I think he did incredible during all this time. And now we're going to see on the 20th, supposedly the attorneys have to have a meeting with the judge. Let's see what happens. That's only
When's that, Georgia?
Tuesday. That's the 20th. The 20th is the day that they're going to have to, Richard's attorneys requested to have, no, right now, February.
Oh,
today, in 2 days.
Is that what they call discovery, Georgia? Is that the discovery?
It's like the discovery is when each part presents the evidence. You know, they share what they have, and then is to be accepted by each part so they can prepare. That is basically what they do. They sit down, they might talk. We're gonna, you know, this is what we have, this is what you have, and then the judge approves, you know, and marks and accepts a copy also of all the discoveries from both sides. And then from there, they move forward. Any moment, it could happen that they agree, you know, to something. I don't think he's agreeing to anything. The only thing that they can agree is tell the SEC, you know what, it's okay, guys. You can back off. So,
did you see the Nuclear Herbs tweet this morning, 3 hours ago?
No, I have not.
New filing today in Richard Hart wins case. SEC to the court today. My translation. Our lead counsel can't figure out how to not put two things on his calendar for the same time. And spring break is coming up fast, so we need to put off the whole initial scheduling conference until late March, if that's cool with you. Thanks, bye. It will be granted, of course, because that's what happens in real life.
Let's see what happens. Yeah, let's see what happens.
So
that's that March.
So just to reiterate, or just to repeat, sorry, Georgia, with the date that's already set for the 20th, which may be pushed back to the end of March, is that like the initial, like
it's just like where the parts, remember the last time that we hear from the attorneys was when Richard's attorneys told the judge, we are the ones representing Mr. Hart. And a couple of days ago, it was on the 15th, I believe, the attorneys for the SEC show, they file a document saying, I'm going to be the attorney representing, or the attorney who's going to be on the record for SEC. So right now, what they have to do, they sit down and they have a meeting. Probably they already have everything. Usually they send it to each other way before the hearing because the judge needs to get a copy. The discovery is like the proof. Everything they need to present during the trial, they need to send it to the judge prior. Sometimes they could add stuff to it, but it has to be approved by the judge and by both parties. So it's just the beginning. It's just like, okay, let's sit down. Let's see what we're working with. And then from there, they set up the dates, for, I don't know what else is coming. So.
Okay. Yeah, that'll be interesting to see what comes out of that. Yeah. Okay, let's keep going down here. This is my Chinese New Year post, which was helped by Grok. Check out this graphic from Poseidon. Thank you, Poseidon.
Wow.
I love this graphic.
Nice.
Oh, it's so cool. And basically, like I was talking about before, like PulseChain, we need Asian investors to get into PulseChain, and it may just be that we haven't quite hit the algo right in how we're presenting PulseChain to the rest of the world. So, like I said before, hit me up in the DMs if you want to just guide me in the right way in that regard, because I am keen to do some outreach. And this basically, I had to cut down this tweet a lot more as to why people should be bullish on PulseChain. But lightning fast transactions, if you go on gopulse.com, you can actually see how much faster we are than Ethereum and how much lower the fees are. Eco-friendly and a strong community. Everybody knows that, within our local kind of environment, how strong the Hex and PulseChain community are. You can't have a successful chain without a passionate community, and Hex and PulseChain, everybody says it, like we've won there. Innovation, we have some major projects that have already released on PulseChain, and we have some great stuff happening. So it's all up from here. This year is going to be incredible for PulseChain.
And we have God Whale.
Yeah, we have some major benevolent whales gifted everybody these badges, which we hope to get our PulseChain badge back shortly. Yeah. We are still hugely gatekept, guys. So somebody in Twitter has decided to take away our PulseChain badges. And the reason they did that is because whoever's controlling some of the back end are obviously BTC maxis. So Elon has let some BTC maxis just absolutely run riot on this.
I wonder what they took those badges off, because they didn't take the Hex ones. They only took the PulseChain ones.
That's because Richard was given a PulseChain badge. If he was given a Hex badge, I think they would have taken the Hex badge away. So Richard Hart is incredibly.
He got his blue check mark back. So that's fantastic. I'm happy.
Yeah, he's so gatekept. For example, if you go on Richard Hart's Twitter and you see his pinned post. His pinned post sticks to about, I think it's 20,000 likes. Let's just bring it up now. Because you can't, I'll show you. Yeah. I will show you in real time in this stream my like being taken away. So see this pinned tweet. Like if you think I try my hardest to make the world a better place. Retweet if you have hope for the future. A very nice tweet, yeah. May the 13th, 2023. That was when
PulseChain launched.
PulseChain launched. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's very nice. Okay, watch in real time, everyone. You can see me now. I've clicked the like. We'll come back to this tweet and you'll see in the next 14 minutes that my like will be taken away.
Wow.
Right,
that's been happening for years too, guys.
Yeah, it's disgusting. And I'm sick of putting my like back there. I'm not sick of doing it because I'll just.
Then we need to retweet it then, guys. Don't give it a like, retweet. That is very important.
It's weird. It doesn't take my retweet away. It only takes the like
away. If you believe in, I'm not telling you that you need to retweet everything, but if you're someone like me, for example, that are not very technical, I'm very passionate, but not so technical. You know what? Retweet. That's all you have to do. If you want the word to spread out, just retweet. Yes.
All
my God. Breaking news.
Breaking news. Take it away, Georgia.
Breaking news.
Breaking news. We got famous people. We got famous people in Hex and PulseChain, guys. We can't tell you them all because we've signed these very secret clauses. And then, no, I'm just kidding. I don't know who they are, a lot of them. We know who some of them are, but we don't know who all of them are. And I wish
I've seen Aussie land. Like, who's that, bro?
Oh, man.
I would want The Rock. John Cena. If you tell me Wayne Johnson, The Rock, maybe I'll be like, yeah, girl, you scored. But John Cena, I was like,
I just want Keanu Reeves or someone famous to come out and just say, like, I love Hex, I love Richard Hart. Like, call out to all these famous people. Like, come on, just like give us something. Come on, like we've been streaming for years. We are just asking you to do like just one single tweet to make us excited.
Kanye West, come over to PulseChain. You're welcome.
You know, Mike Novogratz follows me, right?
Who?
Mike Novogratz. He's a big Bitcoin dude.
Really?
Oh,
yeah,
man.
And also Godwale follows me. Thanks.
Oh my God!
I asked Godwale to follow me, and he didn't.
Yeah,
and,
I asked him.
Godwale.
He was giving away something, and I asked him. I was like, "Oh, I'm here. You can give it to me. I'll take it."
Also, another Bitcoin dude. What's that guy in Puerto Rico that ran for president? What was his name?
Vivek. Not Vivek.
Not Vivek. You know, not this election, last election. He's a big Bitcoin dude. He made a lot of money in Bitcoin, moved to Puerto Rico, and he was a child star. You know, does anyone chat know who I'm talking about? He was in a movie like A Naughty Kid. He was a naughty kid movie star.
Macaulay Culkin. Not him.
No, not him, but I can't remember his name.
Corey something.
No, it's not Corey.
I'm sorry.
If you are famous and you love Hex, PulseChain, or Richard Hart, for God's sake, grow some balls and tweet about it. Like, I'm fucking sick of you all in your little private bunkers, fucking doing your billionaire. I don't know what.
You know what? We just need one. Listen, guys. If you have any friends who are famous, I'm sure a lot of you do. Just tell them to put in a freaking shirt with the Hex logo and go outside and have a picture taken. That's all. Once they wear the how do you call it? The clothing, the cloth wear, everybody's going to be asking, what is that? What is that logo? And then they're going to end up coming to us.
We just need one of them. And the first person that does it that's famous is going to double their follow account, like social media overnight. Like, promise.
It is crazy. Let's see what Havid got, because John Cena started following Havid. Let's see if her numbers go out. Like, she had what, like 40, 50,000? So let's see how many she gets after this John Cena one.
I want to say hi to some of these people in the chat. We got Ash. Ash knows about Lambos. We got DJ Hollywood. How you doing, man? Good to see you.
That's a famous person. That's my favorite. That is my favorite. I was thinking,
I bet he knows famous people too.
Follow me. Yeah, he's my famous person.
Your famous people. Get them to wear a Hex shirt, please. Tin Top. Hello. Crypto Sloth. Hey, dude. I love your sloths. Love those NFTs. Scarlet Rose 369. How you going? There's a link in the chat if you want to jump on and say hi with us. We're going to go for about 10 more minutes here. So if you want to create some chaos, or you want to whatever you want to do, shill some crappy shiny thing. Like, I don't even care.
You know, we did a ladies stream, me and Serena Alonzi on Discord Syndicate. One Christmas show. We invited everyone. We put the link in the chat. Just, open it up to people who don't have loved ones or whatever. Come on the show, and we had a guy come on and take a dick pic, like basically in the shower. You can see like his doodle and that.
Oh, like live.
That was the first stream I saw. You guys.
I bet you didn't turn it down. You were like, "Oh, Merry Christmas, everyone."
He had a little present. He had a very little present. So
everyone was like, all of our faces. It's like,
man, that is memorable.
Don't get any ideas, fellas. Right.
No.
Hexadelic is cleaning the house. That's important to do. My house is a mess. GMH. Hello. I don't know what that stands for. That's why I'll pause there. Yvine. Hello. I see you in some of the chats. How you doing? Pulse lovers. How are you today? Nico. Hello. How's Nico? I love Nico. She's great.
I love Nico. She's great. She's great. Supporting the ladies of the community. That's amazing.
All
right. We're going to see if I've got anything more up my sleeve.
Another Tanganger.
Oh, I love the Tangang.
Shout out to Tangang. Some oranges. Where are my oranges here?
Oh, Charlie's in there. Hey, Charlie.
She's made a big NFT collection of all the.
Made a fluid collection. Oh my god, it looks so good.
She did the streamers, the OG streamers collection, and it was so adorable. Sammy, you're in there.
Yeah, I know. She did some awesome NFTs. I love them. I love her work. It's so cute. I love the one of Hexy Quinn. It's so adorable.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet as. All right. We got a couple more tweets here, and then we're going to go rogue for 10 minutes and talk about what just anything that springs into our little heads. So you could possibly turn off after. We'll tell you when, because we want to have a free chat as well. Sometimes free chat goes a bit rogue. So Chinese New Year. This is my second Chinese New Year post, and look, guys, like Ink and Brizology got me onto this, and I just want to thank him because we were on a stream together, and I was like, Ink's a piece of shit, and then he was like, no, actually, it's not, and this is why, and I was like, you know what? You have just changed my mind, sir. And then I bought some directly after that stream, and it has done extremely well and will continue to do so. So all-time high for Ink, guys, is like $70. Ink is currently at $3.50. You do the math, because far out. You got to have, like, this is not financial advice. It's just personally what I'm doing. A little moon bag here of the magical coin. So this is the gift that I wanted to give out for Chinese New Year, is to tell the Asian investors about Ink, because this coin, PulseChain, was only released in May of 2023. So if the all-time high is $70 and we're at $3.50, like, it's it's going to be juicy for you. That's all I can say about it. And also, Ink is tied up to a lot of the bullish sentiment around PulseChain adoption. For example, if Richard Hart decides to do single-sided staking for PulseX and Ink, how bullish will that be for Ink? If he decides to bring out a sacrifice, like a wallet, and he does a sacrifice in Ink, if he does an NFT collection tied to Ink with the facets of the Hex.com diamond, the world's largest diamond, and links it to Ink, his museum opening, if he links that to Ink, he has the power to do whatever the hell he wants with his farm and Ink. And also, don't forget, this is a very important point. During the AMM bot harvest, they have a lot of PRC20s. The bot has a lot of PRC20s. The PRC20, oh, look who it is. Johnny Chaos in the house. Hey, Johnny, how you doing?
Hey, Johnny, what's up?
My God.
A little bullish.
Hey,
you are. Don't take them off. They look great.
How you been, Johnny?
I guess I got one problem with one of the horns here.
I have that problem.
Okay. I've been staying away from controversy and such, but I've been doing okay.
Don't worry, there's no controversy here.
We're vanilla. We're all vanilla here. There's no controversy here. So yeah, Johnny, tell us your thoughts on PulseChain. Like, how are you feeling right now with the charts?
I don't think we've started to move yet.
Oh,
right.
I don't think we've started yet. I really honestly don't. I mean, so here's the problem. Is like we're so depressed. We've been down for so long.
So true.
That we're like, oh my gosh, look,
slapping everyone right now. Consider this.
Yeah,
consider this a slap.
20%, yay! Let's think about this for a second. How many users does PulseChain have? Daily active users?
It's like 40,000 max, I think. Active wallets.
Users.
I don't know.
800.
I didn't know I had to study for the thank you class.
Okay, well we've got 10 to 16,000 daily active users.
Tell me,
if we figure out how many wallets, we haven't approached our first million yet. Okay, we still haven't had our first million wallets yet. Do you know how many users there are on Ethereum?
No.
Daily? No.
Not the daily active users, but the considered wallet.
Less than PulseChain for sure.
No. On Ethereum, there's 10 million users. Now let's take this one step farther. How many users does Coinbase have?
I don't know.
A lot.
100 million users. PulseChain doesn't have its first 1 million users. What about our next million users? What about our next million users? What if we get half of the users from Ethereum over to PulseChain? You've got 5 million users. So we haven't even started yet. We haven't broke our first million users yet. And that's just assuming, which I know most of us have at least 10 wallets. So really, if you want to divide that up, we're really the best statistic we can look at is daily active users. We want to grow that. We want to see the daily active users increase. So
absolutely.
I have to say that I just don't think we've really gotten started yet. And I know,
How do we promote that, Johnny? How do we tell us? You've been here for a long time. What can we do as members of the community active on the social media? How can we promote, to reach out to new users? What can I do?
well, we can't poke them in
Besides
the
learning
eye
the
and tell
facts,
them that Ethereum sucks, because that's like having the Ford and Chevy argument, right? If you tell somebody they got a Ford that it sucks, they need to buy a Chevy, that's not going to work too good for you to get people over to your chain.
No.
So, Richard has never made this sort of a competitive thing, but it is necessary for PulseChain to grow in order to create a viable option for people, so that Ethereum has a reason not to extort its users with these ridiculous gas fees. Now, here's the other thing people got to understand. We like to talk about the gas fees. Again, Coinbase has 100 million users. How many of those do you think actually are using the blockchain?
Not many.
Well, if there's only 10 million users, that is 90% of people that think they're using crypto correctly.
They're not.
They're
No.
not. They're just using centralized exchanges, and they believe in their heart that they are in crypto because they're using centralized exchanges, right? So we are too early right now for the excitement. We're the party hasn't even started yet. We're 3 hours early to the party. We're waiting for everybody to show up. People are getting frustrated because they don't realize that the guests don't even know to show up yet. So they're not going to show up for later until later. And, everyone's getting mad and they want immediate action now. They're like, oh man, this party sucks. Nobody's showing up. No, nothing's happening here. I'm out. Right. But that's the situation that we're in, is the fact that so many people still don't understand. Just to get people to download a MetaMask wallet, that's a step. That's a step that most people don't do. They hold their crypto on exchanges. They think
it's easier. People accept what is easier. It might create, easy might create the heavy adoption, but it does not solve the problem that we are trying to solve, which is DeFi and other people having control. I not too long ago, I had some money in Coinbase and they hold my money. I could not move it. I could not take it out. It was
Did you get it,
for 2
Georgia?
months. I did, after I spent hours and hours and hours on the phone with someone who was kind enough to help me. But they don't care. Imagine that frustration. Of course, that's a rejection. They want to do that so you don't go past that point. There's no another, there's no more beautiful land at the other side of this, wall that they put to blind you of what's really going on behind, closed doors, behind on the other side of the wall.
so.
Yeah, I get this.
We get really advanced when we're talking about blockchain and utilizing the blockchain. When you realize that 90% of crypto users don't even know what a MetaMask wallet is.
It's true. It's so true. It's like, it's sad, but like at work, because we're not on major exchanges, people, they can't even fathom that they would be able to buy it because they have no idea how to function in a decentralized way.
Right.
Which is sad, and people do need a strong commitment to learning. I mean, I'm lucky I learned most of the things like from my husband sitting next to me, obviously, like continuous learning. So I'm not sure what the answer is for people to like, even though these big exchanges collapse all the time, we've had these major collapses, they still go back for more. It doesn't stop people.
Yeah, I also think that we need to simplify the education. We talk amongst ourselves and we make it, we use words that are complicated for people that, have been here for a long time. I am. You have someone class right next to you. I have no one. I learn watching all of you. And it's really, really hard. If we want people to come in, we need to make it simple. We need to make it accessible and simple, little by little, so they feel comfortable and they don't feel like overwhelmed with so much information. There's so many times that you just notice that I'm not an expert, but I know what Johnny's saying. I know how to use a MetaMask. I know what DeFi means. I know all the basics, and that helped me to understand the difference between an exchange and what really DeFi means. So I think that's a basic.
If you started doing streams with Lola, Georgia, just to prove to people, like, I can get this kid over here to know what to do and to be able to.
Lola has a lot of things, a lot of plans for Lola, but I want to make sure Lola does it right. It's something very big, because if we move it, it's the first puppet on blockchain. It's the first puppet that has been on a YouTube stream and broke a record. It's the first puppet who has first puppet ever. There's nothing other like that.
I had an NFT puppet for Hexo, right?
What? Yeah. Well, you saw that. Yeah, you said about but do you have an NFT? Did you break a record? No. So Johnny, yes, take the Johnny's always so funny.
I have 3 of Lola's NFTs, and I adore
and you know what?
Them. And I have this very special one as well.
You know what? Save your Lola NFT, and Lola is here to help PulseChain. I know that a lot of people don't like NFTs, but it's not only about the picture. It's about everything that comes, the message. A lot of people need to get the message in different ways. We're talking about languages. We're talking about, the language is Chinese, whatever you guys want to talk about the language, but we also need to talk, languages that a lot of people on the crypto community are speaking. So Lola is that. Lola's a little bit of everything. Educate. Oh, look at that. Oh, God. He's so cute.
Crypto. What are you drinking?
He's a puppet, but he's not a sock puppet. He's not a sock puppet. He's not a sock puppet.
Pop it off. This is going to be great. You guys are next to each other.
We'll do a puppet show. You know what, Johnny? Johnny, you need to teach Lola crypto. How about that? If you're a puppet, teach my puppet some crypto. I think that would be.
I had this idea a while back. I was going to do a parody on all the influencers and call it the Crypto Puppet Show, and give them all different names and stuff, and kind of make fun of it, because I wanted to actually remain behind the scenes. I thought maybe I would create some funny content and make fun of the grifts and the promotions and all that stuff. And that ended up turning my sarcasm ended up turning into Francis Finance, which was funny, but nobody really got that. It wasn't really the same kind of thing. It's just
Johnny, we want to hear about your sentiment at the moment, EHEX versus PHEX.
Man, they loved it. They love to dig that one in. Right?
I do.
They love to dig that one in. Nothing's going to happen.
I actually don't know where you're I just don't know where you're at with are we because there was there was kind of like a push from certain elements of the community earlier on that we were just going to cut out EHEX, but then I think we as a community were hell no, we're all here because of EHEX. We're going to it's let's do this thing, and it looks like EHEX, according to all the all the charts and stuff, is just about to break out in a massive way.
Oh yeah,
and might actually be quite a genius play.
It could go up to 3 cents like that in a heartbeat, and you wouldn't even know. You'd be like, what the hell happened? Because that's how tight the liquidity is, and the fact that, again, that is closer to the entrances, the stuff that everybody's familiar with. Again, I'm talking about 90% of people haven't even got off the exchanges. Okay, they don't have their own wallets. They don't use the blockchain. They don't know what gas fees are. We'll talk about gas fees till we're blue in the face. Well, Ethereum can't go up because of the gas fees. Well, if they're just using the front ends of the exchanges, they're paying exchange fees because the coins are not even moving. So they don't even know what a gas fee is. If they're not using any of these applications or DeFi or borrowing or lending protocols or providing liquidity or any of the stuff that we actually talk about, which they're not, then guess what? They don't even know what we're talking about. What we're talking about is so foreign to them because they believe they're doing crypto. That's what we got to understand. We can't just expect everybody knows what the hell we're talking about. Remember, how many people had really kept money in self-custody wallets before Hex came out?
Nah, don't know any community that really does it like we do.
Well, I can tell you most of my stuff was on exchanges. I'll tell you my experience was I had to learn to download the Electrum wallet. I had to learn to sign a signature. I had to learn how to set it up, the MetaMask wallet, which I never used before. I had to learn how to transfer my funds from that. So you got to go back to your process and go, where was I at the beginning? What did I know at the beginning? Because we just assume when something becomes such a part of you that it's just common sense, you have to realize that just because you know it doesn't mean other people know it. And are they getting this education anywhere else? No. Now, it's nice that Coinbase has their own wallet that is a decentralized wallet, but nobody really knows what that means. This whole decentralization thing is just a buzzword. It's a buzzword for marketing purposes. When you ask people what decentralization means and it was funny because you mentioned Tom Gillespie. He went to a Bitcoin conference and interviewed people about what decentralization is. And it was so funny how he so just cleverly set that up because he's like, oh, yeah, decentralization. Now, what exactly would that be? And these people just kind of like drew a blank.
Yeah.
You know, and then they would say, oh, because of this and this and this. He's like,
that's well, people in crypto.
Kind of he'd be like, isn't that kind of centralized? They're like, oh, yeah, I guess it kind of sort of is because it's just a buzzword. It's just a marketing term, right? They don't understand what it actually means. They don't understand what actually owning their own coins and owning their own keys actually means. So there is a large gap in education from where the average influencers are and where we are. And what happened was there was an institutionalization of crypto where the middlemen were inserted and required. Because where do you trade Bitcoin on chain?
Exchanges.
See, that's just it, right? So now there are some coin swaps like Coinly and Changelly and stuff like that, okay, now. But really, in order to trade Bitcoin, the only place really to trade it was you had your local Bitcoins for the diehards that followed that. But most of the volume of Bitcoin comes from centralized exchanges.
Yeah.
Most of the volume for ERC20 tokens and Ethereum is centralized exchanges. So DeFi or, DEXs in general are a very, very new thing. Okay. So this is not normal. To us, it's normal. Why is it normal to us? Because we didn't have a choice. That's why. We weren't listed on major exchanges. We had to find the workarounds, right? And when Uniswap delisted us, what did we do? We built our own front ends. They can't unlist us because centralized exchanges can control the life or death of a coin simply by delisting it. And if they delisted it, where were you going to move your coins to? Not unless you knew how to build your own wallet, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there were, that was death of a coin back in the day, was delisting. And then, so basically Uniswap tried to kill us in the old fashioned manner of delisting, right? And all they're actually doing is obfuscating that Hex is still there and still strong. But we have to use our own front ends to bypass their very, very centralized front end that allows them to censor our transactions.
That's amazing.
Absolutely. And I mean, PulseChain is real DeFi, and people often from Bitcoin say oh, we're real DeFi. And I'm like, but you don't have your own keys in your own wallet. What are you even talking about? And we're censorship resistant. So we can run everything off our own computer. And it's a beautiful thing. And like, despite all of these things, the gatekeeping and so on and so forth with Uniswap, like Hex still did a 10,000x in its first cycle. And yet people are still a little bit reluctant to wake up to Real DeFi, and they want to wait for massive green candles before they come in, which, hey, that's good for me, but it might not be good, might not be good for them.
Yeah. Besides this, like, it's information. You just talk about 3-4 things that people is like, what, your keys, what is that? I don't understand. It's like right there. It's there's so many steps to follow that, yeah, once you have it established, it's a lot easier, and it makes it inertia. If you do things, it's easy once you get there.
I know that Crypto Coffee has these intro videos. I know that Fashion Coder. I know that she's got great intro videos, and if people want the information, like it's there. Like, they could follow the people on the screen, and they can ask us where they need to go, and we can help them. And I think people need to have that desire to want financial freedom, to want generational wealth. And they need to be committed to learning and being a part of a community so that you can continue to learn. Can't just spend 2 hours and then you know everything. You chip away at it every day to build your knowledge.
And you don't have to know it all. You don't have to know it all to start, right? And that's the thing. Sometimes we expect everybody, they have to know all the facts just to start. No, they're going to learn like we learned. Let them get in, let them get some, and then let them learn, from there. It's like, hey, you're going to have to walk them through, getting the MetaMask wallet. You're going to have to teach them the difference between a centralized exchange and self-custody. Okay. When your coins are on an exchange, they're not yours. They are actually going to the exchange's wallets. And then you have a notebook, a notepad that says you've got this much money in this account. And then when you try to take it out, you're asking them permission, because you say, here's my IOU. I have permission. I'm asking your permission. Can I release these coins and take it out of the bank? Okay. So your wallet is like your wallet.
And you know what?
And putting it in your wallet.
Not only that, sometimes you cannot even take your coins out of the exchange. They want you to sell it to them, and then you get your money, but you don't get your coins. What if I want to keep, my Bitcoin in my wallet without you having them? That happened to me.
You know what I'd like to know?
Not with Bitcoin, guys. I don't have any Bitcoin.
What are these exchanges doing? Like, these exchanges would have these wallets that they would have be able to have these copies on it, right? Like, I don't know what their system is.
Well,
but
a lot of them got blacklisted, Sammy. A lot of them got blacklisted. They weren't actually participated.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, they weren't able to participate because they just kill it.
Yeah. Yeah. So like when the Pulse fork happened, the large exchange wallets did not qualify. They didn't get their copies.
Okay.
So there was a list that some didn't, because he didn't want this infinite dumping stuff happening.
Yeah, which is understandable.
So what do you think, Johnny, about the PRC20, ERC20 parity narrative? Do you think it's dead, or do you think there's something coming in the future?
Overall, or are you talking Hex?
I'm talking about overall in the farms. Like, for example, the copies of the big, the copies of P-Crow and Link and these and SHIB and these big communities. Initially, there was farms set up. People unfortunately used it to dump. The farms were then taken off. Do you think the farms are coming back?
No, I think there's going to be some value, and it could be more or less. Depending on the growth and development of PulseChain. But when you're talking about Hex, see, there's players that could do stuff there. Okay. When you're talking about somebody else's product, there's not really time or interest really to screw around with. Richard doesn't care about other coins. He cares about his coins. If anything's going to do anything, it's going to be his coins, right? He's they're going to run over there, and people are going to do what they're going to do with them over there. But I don't see him wasting his money on something somebody else built.
But PulseChain was built for everyone to come and use and get away from the Ethereum gas fees. So
and he always said that if users want to come over and pair up their stuff, they have the ability to do so. And they also have the ability to use what they've got over there however they want, speculate, whatever, without using the bridge because they've already got their free copies. He wasn't promising anybody.
Absolutely. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that it's like it's good for PulseChain, for other communities, and other communities can build their own communities in PulseChain. I think that's fantastic. That helps whatever moves on PulseChain, push up PulseChain and Inc. and all the R8 and the Richard Hart.
Well, anything that's paired with Pulse is going to move up when Pulse moves up, which is why it's kind of funny.
That's what they want.
Yeah, everyone's like, "Oh, look, my coin's pumping." Yes, because Pulse is pumping, and it has a value in Pulse, so therefore, yes, your coin is pumping.
Lola token is coming out pretty soon, guys. I'm going to pair with Pulse, so it goes to the moon. Lola to the moon.
I love my Lolas. I honestly do. So tell me, Johnny, I mean, what are your thoughts on, like, we got our PulseX and our Inc. and people that have been a bit undervalued and people are getting some nice price action now. EHEX, super undervalued. Where's your head at with how you sort of strategize between the RH coin or tokens?
Right now, just buy it. I don't care what it is, just buy it. Because we are really ridiculously undervalued, and I was really pushing when we were at the bottoms, to say, hey, get your tokens. And look, PulseX at its very, very bottom, you've already missed a 5x. So if it goes up 10x more, guess what? That 10x would have been a 50x if you would have just kept buying on its way down.
Exactly.
So you've literally given up that time because people get upset when the prices go down. You buy the bottoms. That's where the money is. If it keeps going down, then you've got to keep stacking. If you stop because you're mad because you didn't get your instant 10x, so what? Maybe you'll get your 10x someday, but your 10x just cost you a 50x because you got mad and quit. So
that is what I said. You see, guys, I wasn't too wrong. If Johnny backs up the message, that is important. Guys, you know what? We have a coin that is better than Bitcoin, better than everything else on chain at what? Nothing. It's almost free. So it's the best time to learn how to deal with crypto. So
the price is
with Hex.
probably
with Hex. Are you kidding me? With Hex.
Yep, Hex is about to. When do you reckon we're going to hit 2 cents, guys? I reckon in the next week or two we'll hit 2 cents, depending on what happens.
So there's like 2 million liquidity on the EHEX side. When we hit 3 cents, when 2 million comes in, that's when we hit 3 cents. I mean, it's that.
That's not much.
No, that's
it'll be like.
So everybody has been on this, oh God, whales are going to dump on us. What if this, what if that, what if this, what if that, when nobody's buying? That's why the price is not moving. Nobody's buying. There are no buyers. Sellers are exhausted, except for a few entities that could get gobbled up because it's only like 2 days worth of the adoption amplifier. It's not a big deal. Okay. We had 500 million a day come out for 352 days, and you guys are going to worry about 700 million. We had 500 million a day come out for 52 days straight. That was the adoption amplifier, right? And we had people selling. There was a guy, he sold 16 million hex, and he was on day 133 of the adoption amplifier. He didn't even make it out. He didn't even make it out in the first year, and he sold his hex 16 million worth. Good God. Yeah. Think about that for a second, right?
That wasn't you, right?
He thought it was the top. He thought it was going to go back down. Everybody, you lose your ass when you keep betting that it's going to go back down. Shorting will kill. That's what it does.
Because that's what we saw with Rectum, right, Johnny? Rectum Rochelle, who's jumping the hell out of PulseX.
Oh, but
God bless him. Rackham.
The price.
Thanks to you, I was able to buy more PLSX. So
price it bounced back pretty quick.
Yeah,
but he's got a lot to dump,
and he can all day long, and then he will get the worst possible price, and he knows it. Why do you think he's not selling it all at once? Because he could want if you sold the EHEX side, you could walk away with $2 million. If you have $120 million worth, you could walk away with $2 million. That's all you can. You're stuck. You're stuck. You're stuck. And then that $2 million will come back like that. You know, so you eat that slippage. Do you really want to sell $125 million worth of coins for $2 million?
Nope.
I mean, I wouldn't. I mean, if you want to scale it down, it's like, do you want $2 for your $100 bill? I don't think so. Who's going to make that trade?
No, he's at a standstill. And I think he's working like as part of a group. So I think I can't speak for RG3, but he has made a comment that a lot of the decisions he personally might not be, you know, he's acting on behalf of a group and not necessarily, not necessarily
businessmen will not take that kind of decision. Businessmen are businessmen. So you know what? I don't believe it. Rackham, stay. Don't go away.
It's not too late for Rackham to become bullish. You know, he might have a change of heart, and you just don't know what the future is going to hold.
I'll tell you a little something. Winners focus on what they're doing. They don't give a shit what anybody else is doing.
Exactly.
So don't worry about Rackham doing what Rackham's doing. If he steps out, someone will step in.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a lot of
people. One person stepping in, maybe 5 people step in. So you cannot worry about this because there are whales in every single coin. You don't know
we do love the whales. We do love the whales. We need the whale.
You don't know them by name, and you don't know who they are or how much they hold or what their personalities are or what they sound like, but they're in every coin.
Yep.
Every coin. And I did a whole video on that on my Twitch stream that I just dropped about that whole sentiment. If you guys want to watch it, it's listed on my Twitter.
We do love our whales, that's for sure. We got 43 in the house, 43 OG. Shout out in the chat there. Good to see ya. Good to see ya. Thanks for streaming with Doz and for doing what you do for the Hex Late Show. Appreciate it. I hope you keep going with the Hex Late Show, 43 OG. So 43 OG is responsible for getting me into Hex and Richard Hart as well as Tangent. And when I needed a moon coin because I was looking for something, that's started watching the Hex Late Show. And because I'm Australian, their humor just, of course, speaks to me. Sammy's been on the show, obviously, for years, and it's a great show. I hope it continues. Are you going to be streaming still with them, Sammy, on Hex Late Show?
Yeah, I think they're just thinking of changing the time. I think the time just doesn't work for everyone, so they're just thinking about swapping it right. Correct me if I'm wrong, 43 OG, but I think they're doing a little swapsy, but I'm not sure what's happening.
Changing it up.
You know, once we get into hyper bull mode after halvening later on this year, I reckon we're going to get way more women streamers than what we've got now. People will come out, and you'll see the dudes like that used to stream come back, because everyone just gets so excited and so bullish. You know.
Yeah.
But you know what? I'm a little bit disappointed at some of the streamers. You know what? I understand you want to hold until, you know, we need to take a break sometimes, but don't forget to help the streamers that are staying here and they're keeping, you know, your seat warm. So if you are out there and you are one of the big guys that we supported, you know, a little like and a retweet will be very nice. So I know sometimes, you know, you want to save that and you want to be exclusive, but look, Hexologist is doing that now. Hexologist it's doing a lot of
streams. Yeah, I got the follow from the Hexo. I was excited about that.
I like it. Yeah, Johnny, you know what?
Johnny's very nice to us. Johnny comes on here. And Johnny has always been supportive from day one. I think whenever I did my first stream, like Johnny even like made a comment or retweeted or something like, and he's always been so supportive of the women streamers and streamers in general. Yes, like Johnny's been on so many shows supporting people. Johnny, I want to ask you about your artwork because I saw a post and it was to do with the mummies, the sculptures that you made, and you made these heads. I think it was like, but there was multiple. There was like bloody, I don't know, how many did you do at one time?
It's the paint work. It's a fabrication on top of a plastic skull. So I do something where I do like this minimized process to make like a whole bunch of these skulls that are sold to a wholesaler that then they're sold retail. So it's really a paint process that I had down to just a few simple steps that make them look that cool.
That's awesome. Yeah, because I did my painting with the help of your reference, which I really appreciate. And yeah, I was pretty stoked with my painting. I called it Harold.
It looked like it.
Yeah.
Harold looked like him. You had it right.
Yeah, I call him Harold, and he's in because he's the kids are around. They're a bit scared of Harold, so he's turned around. No one can see him, but I know he's there. He's in my house.
That's funny.
Oh, you know what? Neat rack when I've got all the skeletons hanging up and I'm going through and painting them all. So it's like
that would be cool.
Rack, the conveyor belt.
I can't wait till next Halloween. I don't know. I love Halloween. I did something crazy this Halloween. So maybe next year, this year, 2024, I'm gonna ask Johnny for some guidance on makeup for the Halloween. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
See, I would be Mega Mind this year. I would be Mega Mind for this year.
Oh, that's gonna be
usually
amazing.
What happens is I get recruited for somebody else's Halloween something, and then they throw money at me, and I end up having to do it. So I don't get out of it.
So we might have to tie up the stream, guys. I've got a painter over giving a quote. So if you can hear painting quotes happening, then you'll know that my house has cracks and they're going to be fixed. So Johnny, when's your NFT collection?
I have no such NFT collection. I'm not launching anything or selling you guys anything. There is no such thing ever going to come from me. If somebody's trying to sell you something, it isn't me. I don't even promote my business to sell to my followers, and I could totally utilize that to promote my products and stuff that I'm not interested, because you know why? I'll tell you why. Because then I got to work. If I have to I got to work more, and I'm trying to work a little less. I'd like to do that, but if I keep selling stuff, I don't get to take any time off. So.
Oh, so look, we got the word from the 43 OG. Hex Late Show crew have streamed consistently for almost 4 years. I love the crew and come to support. Last show, episode 200. So there's only 3 more shows to go. That's sad. We'll be sad for the show.
Well, I hope I make it before they have the last show. I'm going to go sweeping the floors after they're done.
Oh, shit. We got a super chat. I just saw the private chat. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so bad at this. Thank you, Dan Ed, for the $9.99. I appreciate you.
He also said a nice comment about you, Claire. Look a couple down.
I remain calm while the painter's here. He's a cool painter. He's a calm dude himself. A lot of painters and tradies are calm like that. They sing while they work. And we had this one Swedish guy, and he was putting together the kitchen, and it was a blessing, guys. I was heavily pregnant, and he was singing. He's very good looking, and it was a magical time. So yeah, we're going to wrap it up, guys. And so we're going to go around the room, and anything that you didn't get a chance to say. So Johnny, we might start with you, especially around RH ecosystem. Did you want to go into anything that I didn't ask you?
No, I was just showing up to say hi because you kind of called me out because I showed up in the thing. So I figured I would show up and say hi.
Thank you for coming on. I always love it when you come on, and I love to hear your thoughts, and I'm super bullish on EHEX after what you said, and after the stream I'll be buying more EHEX. Georgia, final thoughts?
Thank you, class, for doing this. Thank you, Sammy, for always being there supporting the ladies of PulseChain, Hex, Richard Hart ladies. Thank you so much. You don't count, Johnny. I'm not including you. Johnny, thank you so much for the guidance, always being there. I'm a big fan since the day that we met. And this is just the beginning. I know there's
more hugs than anybody else, Georgia.
That's right. I was chasing him around. I was like, yeah, I'm a big fan. You know what, guys? This is just the beginning. We need to continue supporting Richard Hart. I'm never gonna stop supporting Richard Hart and making sure that to remind people that he's doing a lot of work out there. He's doing a lot for us, and I'm eternally grateful for that. Just keep moving. Just don't forget Saturday tomorrow, 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I have the Lighthouse. I don't know what I'm going to be talking about. Last time I talked about time travelers, and I don't know what I'm going to be talking about tomorrow. Depends on the documentary that I watch between now and then. And then at 7 p.m., we have the Lighthouse Special Edition with sex coach Presley Hart. It's about sex education for the young and not so young people that don't have anyone to talk to. So it's fun, but it's something serious. So hopefully you can support. Thank you, Johnny, for the lessons of knowledge today. Thank you. And thank you everyone in the chat. Thank you for watching. And I'll see you hopefully here next week. Oh, I don't know when, with class.
Oh, lovely. Exactly. And Sammy.
Well, thanks for joining us, chat. Good to see you ladies and gents in here. And Johnny Chaos, good to see you stepping in, saying g'day. And as always, love to see you, Georgia, and the lovely Claz. I just want to say that I'm way more super bullish now than I was a few months ago. I'm feeling really positive about what's happening. I love seeing all the happy hexagons, watching the price go up. And, you know, I guess where we were back in 2020 watching the hex price, and, you know, there's only a few people that said hex had hit a penny, and Johnny Chaos was one of them.
Hey.
And, you know, when it hit 1 penny, we're like, wow. And then when it kept going, so, you know, just got to be patient, but it's all fun. You know, you got to have fun and enjoy it. And you got to be patient, like what Georgia said. It's not just going to go up overnight. So, yeah, good to see everyone, and take care. And I'll talk to you soon.
Nice. Thanks, chat. You guys have been on fire today. Hit me up in the DMs about breaking through into Asian markets. I'm super keen to make steps to break through and out of our echo chamber and into the Asian markets. And if we want price go up, then we need adoption. That's where my head's at. So I'll continue to stream. Next week I'm away on holidays, but I'll be back the week after. And we'll have, like we did today, an amazing panel. And we'll also be, we'll hit you with some PulseChain news. We'll keep it fresh. We'll keep it exciting. Thank you, Richard Hart. I know you've got a few court dates or whatever coming up, and it'll all be over before you know it. And I look forward to you coming out the other end of that and just being able to relax and enjoy the community. Thank you, Johnny Chaos, for popping in. Appreciate you. And thank you, Georgia, and thank you, Sammy. You guys are amazing, and I love streaming with you ladies. It's amazing. Love so yeah, have a great day, guys. Bye.